Hello everyone and welcome back to another Godzilla Battle Line video, and today we're talking about the 3 cards added during the second half of the February 2025 season, a Godzilla Battle Line. And there are 2 that are definitely of, more than noteworthy, and then there's one that is pretty lackluster. We're probably not going to talk about it too much. So, without further ado, let's get started. This Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah 1991_3 card at level 30, which is max, and 5 stars. HP rank is 159, which is whatever. Attack rank 245. That's almost 2.5. We're 5 points under 2.5, which is good. Increases the attack power of ground units with an energy cost of 4 and 5 by 15%. This is good. This is pretty good. Any ground unit that is 4 and 5, or that is energy cost 4 and 5. So this is not like Anguirus, right? Who would be, he's not a 4 cost anymore, but he's a ground unit that can only attack ground. That's not what this is. This is just if they are on the ground in general and they are 4 or 5 costs. So let's take a look real quick. I have the cards here. So 4 and 5 cost ground units. Ready? Naranga, Mechagodzilla 1993, Kumo Augment, King Caesar, Destroy a Larva, Jet Jaguar Singular Point, Gigan 04, Kamen Rider, Mogera, I think, should technically get this. The Chibis, Aquamothra, the 5th Angel, or 4th Angel, Godzilla Terrestris, Gigan 72. I don't think Mogera counts. The Kamakura Swarm will get it. Burning Godzilla gets it. Kong gets it. Mechagodzilla gets it. Rainbow, nope, not Rainbow Mothra. What's his name? Monster X will get it. Kaiser Ghidorah will not. Ultraman gets it. What's your name? Gamera gets it. Both Gameras actually get it. Orga, Unit 0, Destroya Ariake, Biolante Wakasabe, Shin, oh my god, not Shinden, what's your name? Shimo. And that's it. Is there anything I missed that maybe up here? Varan gets it. These 2 Godzillas get it. That's it. So, that's a lot of really good units. This is super useful. This card also definitely is pushing some of these characters up in their attack rank. Out of like the total maximum percentage that a character can possibly get between all the cards that are best for them, this is putting characters leagues and bounds above others. So 50% to the attack is really good. Is this card worth wailing for? Probably not. I don't think unless you're like relying on some of these 4 and 5 costed monsters, I don't think this is very. This is not a whale worthy card. It's definitely like an A tier card. I don't know if it's I wouldn't say S tier, but this is definitely like a high A tier because this is a big boost for not a whole lot of units, but there are definitely some really usable ones in that grouping. I think I just bumped the microphone. Next is this Rodan 2019 card, which I think actually is a standout this season. It's the card we just looked at. That's the best card. This is the second best card. So 30/30 at 5 stars. HP ranks 183. Attack rank 187. Not really super great. It's 1.8 levels per. Increases the HP and attack power of Rodan group unit and Godzilla the Ride units by 15%. Additionally, increases energy at the start of battle by 1. So this card is single-handedly just doing numbers for the Rodan units, right? All the Rodans are getting a 15% boost to their HP and their attack, which is really good. Now, the Rodans are not all super good. There's maybe 1 Rodan, 2 Rodans that you could like kind of get away with using. Not really, so this is not what we're super concerned about. 15% boost to the Ride units is what I care about, especially King Ghidorah. So you want to see a fun synergy here. So this is 15% to the HP and attack of King Ghidorah, and you get an extra energy right at the beginning of the battle. If we go up to a previous card, this one increases the attack power of 1-star units and units related to King Ghidorah by 16%. Additionally, increases energy at the start of battle by 1. So if you use this card with that other card, you can give King Ghidorah the Ride, 31% attack boost, a 15% HP boost, and you start the battle with 2 extra energy. That's really good. That is really good, and that King Ghidorah is rentable this season in particular. So I think that this card for the Rodans is not incredibly strong, but I do definitely feel like that this Rodan card has a lot of potential later on. I don't know how many Godzilla the Ride cards will come to this game. I've never been on Godzilla the Ride. I don't know a whole lot about it. So if there's other monsters from the ride or other things that they could put on, sure, whatever. But the more Rodans that get added over time, the more that this card will benefit. I think right now, between the few Rodans that we have, this really isn't anything super crazy, but down the road, the Rodan part will be important, but for right now, it is the Godzilla rides that is pretty important. So this goes crazy with that other King Ghidorah card if you're going to boost your King Ghidorah the ride. Otherwise, I think this is like such and such, whatever. Final card to talk about, I don't actually have a picture of, but it is the... What is this? Godzilla Dengeki Daikaisen 1972. Sorry for flashbanging you. It increases the HP of leaders and increases the movement speed of aerial units. That's not super great. I don't really have the stats in front of me, but I remember looking at it briefly. I don't have the actual picture on me, but it's not as good. I promise you it's not as good as these two. We're not even talking about it. I'm not even showing it because I don't have the pictures. It's not as good as these two cards. This King Ghidorah card in particular is really good. Every time they add a 4-cost or a 5-cost ground-based unit, this card gets a little bit better. And then this card is second best every time they add a Rodan. This card gets better every time they add a Godzilla the Ride card. This card gets better. The stat lines on this is really good. HP and attack 15% and 1 extra energy. That's really good. And then on this one, 15% attack power of ground units. Also good. If you want to get technical, this one technically is better because it increases HP and attack power and it gives you an additional energy. So that's 3 things. And you know how I like cards with 3 things. It's just that right now the Rodans aren't super good. So I'm going to say this one is the second best for now, with the potential to become extremely good later on. Immediately, this is the better card. So there you go. That is my review of the 3 cards. Well, I guess technically the 2 more important cards. That 3rd card doesn't really make a difference. It's probably like a B, C or D tier card. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.